Absolutely. Hey, Darius, hope you're doing well. I guess the first obvious question is you guys are finally going to go up against, a different team, some different guys. I guess just what are you most looking forward to with that? And I guess just what are you guys mostly looking forward or looking for, as you play this exhibition?
Definitely just competing against somebody else. I feel like we've been playing against each other for so long now. We ready to play against, other people. And, just the experience at Bud, I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
just the long.
You still here?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh
thought I
yeah.
cut
I
off.
think the experience is gonna be great at Bud. I feel like we got a good look at it at prime time. But this one gonna be a different experience. It's a real game, so definitely excited for the opportunity.
And then Coach Cal had mentioned that you and DJ hadn't played a ton together in practices, but you played together a little bit in the in Hot Springs. I guess just when you guys have played together, I guess just what have you noticed about how you guys, gelled and are playing together, and what does I guess that dynamic kind of look like?
It's great. I feel like, I can play with everybody, on the team. Everybody play with different people. Everybody's kind of easy to play with. I feel like we are getting used to each other now. But it's good to play with him. Just another point guard. Another great scorer, great guy. Great teammate, and I feel like that's everybody on this team. We all get used to playing with each other, so it's definitely getting to that point where it's kind of easy to play with certain people, most people.
Yeah, and then last one for me for now, just what do you guys notice about Cincinnati on tape? Just what are the strengths you guys see, and what are you kind of preparing for with them?
We just been how tough the game gonna be. It's not gonna be easy game, easy ride. We know it's gonna be a tough game, and we just ready for it. We prepare, and hopefully we get the win.
Hutch.
Yeah, Darius, I'm curious, did y'all watch any film? Like, did you watch any of the Cincinnati Michigan game or anything?
Yeah, we watched.
Kind of what were your impressions of that? Because I mean, Michigan, I think is preseason top 10, and they beat them. So I'm curious, what impressed you about them?
I feel like they just came out fighting. They were the more tougher team, and we know we can't come out on our home floor, just like lacking. We gotta come out tough, because we know how they're gonna come. That's two road games that they're playing in a row, so you know how they're gonna come out. We just gotta match their energy. That's all.
I know you're a Michigan guy, and I'm curious, do you know anybody on that Michigan team that played Cincy, and have you talked to them at all about their experience going up against Cincinnati?
Yeah, Trey McKinney, that was my teammate at AAU, from the same state. So yeah, that's my boy. And we haven't talked about the game. No, we talked about it like the day before, but we haven't talked about it since now.
Jackson.
Hey Darius, gonna follow up there on the some Michigan related questions. You got Michigan State on the schedule this year. Did you grow up a Wolverine or a Spartan fan? Where were the alliances growing up?
Definitely probably Wolverine. Yeah.
So you looking forward to going to East Lansing? You planning on having some family there?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of family. My whole family probably gonna be there. It's definitely gonna be a great game. Michigan State, that's where the state championship is played at in Michigan. So I played there. So definitely, it's a great feeling to play back in the arena.
Man, what's kind of been the focus for you this off season? You're first getting ready for your first season of college basketball. What's like been the one or two things that you've been really trying to work on and improve?
Definitely everything on the defensive end. Just trying to, focus more on off the ball. Just always being alert, seeing ball and man, not just seeing, being in gap, being in like low holes, tagging, all that. Just focusing on the defensive end so I can be everywhere, coach need me to be on defense. And then I always say offense will come with itself. Just if you be yourself and play how you play, I don't think you really have a problem on offense.
Gotcha, man. This year's team, you weren't here last year, but it was all new players, a lot of injuries early on. This year, you got some returners. You guys have been relatively healthy. Can you get a sense from maybe the older guys that there's a feeling that this team just is in a better place right now than where they were last year? What have you heard from maybe Carter, Billy about comparing this offseason to last, if they've said anything?
No, I don't really say much. I feel like coach, he kind of says it more. Last year he always says they barely could, practice a lot because they didn't have players. Everybody was hurt. But we seen how they were once they were healthy. They were a great team at the end of the year. And I think everybody came back from last year, all great players, all got better. From me watching from the games, I don't know how they were. But yeah, everybody's still great, great teammates, and just learning from them is great every day.
When Cal talks about these next two scrimmages or anybody on the coaching staff, really, what's the biggest focal point for you guys? What does he want to see from you over the, two games in a 4-day span? What's the most important things to accomplish over these next couple games?
Definitely just playing hard. You don't want nobody going out there just sugar, not just out there just playing how you play, playing within the team. He always preaches that. I feel like that's important. You always need your team to win. So I feel like playing together, staying connected. I feel like that's how we're gonna win the games.
And last one for me, did you and Malik have any sort of relationship before you guys got to Arkansas or even before maybe the recruiting process really heated up and y'all kind of realized you were both coming here? Was there any connection between you two guys, early high school days?
Yeah. After feel like going into our junior year AAU, we started talking to each other, and then going into our senior year at like summer camps, we started talking about actually playing together here, and then it kind of just happened. So yeah, it was great. We talked about it a couple times before though, so we both kind of knew where we was going.
Appreciate it, man.
Kyle?
Well, feeding off of Jackson's question about Malik, I was going to ask. I know you and Malik came in with the 5-star power, but we've been hearing a lot about Isaiah Sealy as well. It was also in that class. So just kind of talk about what you've seen from him and what he brings to the team.
Yeah, he's a great player. He does a lot of stuff that you might not have seen. I think this was my first time actually seeing Zay play in person. Seen him on AAU, but I don't think I was there at Peace Jam. But nah, he's great. He does a lot of great. He has a lot of skill, got a lot of talent. He's just a great player. He fast. His bounce is crazy. I didn't know he had that much bounce. So everything is he's an exciting player, and I think Arkansas fans gonna be, they're gonna be excited to see him play.
Matthew?
Yeah, hey Darius. Just to follow up, how have you kind of been settling into Fayetteville as the place? Any hobbies you picked up?
Yeah, I don't really do too much. I kind of just practice, work out, um, then go home, kind of just chill. But something I like chicken heads a lot. I go there a lot. So when we had off days and stuff like that, I kind of go to chicken heads. But everything else, I just kind of chill, go home and relax.
Seems like every single team you play in the non-con was somehow in the Final Four. Just as a freshman, what are kind of your thoughts of playing a loaded non-con slate?
Yeah, it's everything you asked for. It's what you came for. Just playing that great schedule. Getting ready for the SEC. We know how tough that conference is. I feel like that's why we play that tough schedule, non-conference. Getting prepared for the SEC. We know how tough that's gonna be. So just playing those great teams, it's gonna get you mentally prepared and physically. And you got to be ready every night.
And to follow up about DJ, can you tell us more about the comparison between the first few practices that you guys were kind of learning each other to where that connection is now?
Yeah, just we always on different teams, so we play against each other every day. We're competing against each other. Feel like yeah, we both just tough-minded guards. We making each other better, not just coming out here, just not playing. We make each other better. Feel like just learning from him is great. He been with Cal for 3 years, I think. So feel like learning from him is great. He knows everything about the system, everything about the college game, and yeah, just learning from him is great.
What's last one for me? What's one thing from your other freshmen, Malik and Isaiah, that can really help this roster?
Just being themselves. Both of them are very talented, and every day, when I see them when they be themselves, they great players. Play as good as anybody they can be. They just great players. Both of them, they work. Everybody works. Everybody gym rats. So, play all that gonna pay off for them for sure.
Samuel?
Yeah, Darius, Friday will be your first time playing in front of a home crowd in live action at Bud Walton Arena. You got a little bit of a taste of that with the prime time at the Palace, but how excited are you to play in front of them on Friday and experience that, hyped up Bud Walton Arena environment throughout your freshman season?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Came to a game last year. It was great. Prime time at the Palace. That was great. I feel like this one is gonna feel a little different, of course, because I'm actually on the court playing. But I'm ready for it. Ready for the experience, and just playing in front of the home crowd, I feel like we got the best fans already, and I haven't even played a game, so I already feel that energy.
This team has a lot of notable returners from Billy to Carter to DJ. You have a veteran transfer in Nick Pringle, who has kind of served as I guess, the chief mentor to you and the other freshmen so far throughout the offseason.
The whole team, everybody, all the veterans, they all help us out. Even the transfers, they all help us out. They've been through the college game. Nick, Malik, the four returners, they've been through the college game, the college physicality. Just helping each other out. I don't feel like it's one person that's just doing it. I feel like it's everybody on the team helping each other out, helping everybody get better. Even us, we tell them stuff if we feel or see something, we tell them too. So I feel like everybody on the team vocal, and I feel like that's why we kind of connecting.
Daniel.
Yeah, Darius, I'm just wondering. I mean, going through high school, you were always kind of like one of the best players on the floor at all times. Now you're in college where everybody is kind of got some SEC experience and that sort of thing. I was just curious, what's the transition been like for you? What's been kind of the biggest hurdle for you? Just kind of transitioning to the college game.
Definitely, it's a different speed. I feel like high school, you could take a couple breaks, of course, but college, you can't take no breaks. You gotta play hard all 40 minutes. You never know when the game gonna change, so you gotta be there. Even in practice, you gotta play hard every day. You can't come in lazy one day and then the next day you playing hard. Every day you gotta be the same mentality. I feel like that's definitely the difference. Just playing hard every day. And like I said, for me, the defensive end, for sure, just focusing on that.
Hutch.
Yeah, Darius, I was wanting to know what your thoughts are of playing with Malik Ewan. Kind of what does he bring to the table, and kind of how does maybe his game complement you? And how nice is that as a point guard to have a guy like that?
Yeah, we work out together a lot. And he real like I never seen somebody his size like dribble. Like he kind of dribble like me. So I never seen that before. Just seeing him in the gym every day, progressing his game. He's great. I can't even explain it. I don't know. He like the passes he throws crazy. Stuff he tries, like I would never even think about trying. I don't know. He does a lot of stuff that's crazy. It's gonna amaze you for sure. I feel like a lot of fans gonna be able to see that. They're gonna be like, whoa, every time.
Anthony.
Yeah, and just kind of following up on that question about Malik, just the front court in general, it seems like you guys got a lot of size and versatility. Just as a guard, what is it like to work with those guys, and what have you noticed mostly as I guess the strengths in that front court?
Yeah, we got a lot of size, of course, but one thing that pops out, I think our athleticism and our we're very long. Feel like we got a lot of size in that front court, and it's all about just being physical. I feel like in this game, can't go out there and get punked. You gotta be physical, and I think we got all that with our front court. And fans gonna see. I'm not gonna give y'all, the stuff y'all gonna see. Them guys great, man. Nick, TB, Malik, Paulo, Elmer, they all, great front court.
And Jackson. Wrap us up here.
Yeah, you mentioned Malik does some crazy things you've never seen. Did it take a little bit of the offseason, a couple of weeks maybe to get used to a big guy that can do all those different things? Was there an adjustment period at all at the beginning?
Nah, really our first overrun, I noticed it. He like when we in the summer we didn't really have practice like that. He was in the overruns. He was doing that. And from day one we was working out together. So I had already seen it. I watched some of his highlights at Florida State. So I had already seen some of it, but to see it in person, it was crazy. He was doing all type of stuff, throwing behind the back passes across the court, and they was getting right on target. So I was like, oh, I don't know, but nah, Malik gonna be great, man. He gonna be a great player.
You got to get used to a center getting a rebound and bringing the ball up. He might not pass it to you well when he gets a
Yeah,
rebound.
I think that happened one time. We was hooping. He was pushing it, and I was right there, but he was kept dribbling. I'm like, oh, so I just ran to the corner. I'm like, go ahead, and he made. That's when I seen him make the behind the back pass too. That's crazy.
All right, man. I got to know what's the chicken heads order? Is it lemon pepper? What are you getting at chicken heads?
Yeah, some hot lemon pepper wings.
Awesome.
Probably if it's an off day, Brad definitely probably get some catfish too.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
All right, guys. Thank y'all for your time. Thanks, Darius. Appreciate it.
yeah. Thank you.